Please rise for the national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran glad, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Can you please remain standing with me? Thank you. Today, as we honor this graduating class, we recognize that success has taken many forms. In achievements, accomplishments, triumph, and mastery. Graduates, you have done that. Whether you've shaped your artistic design by way of architecture, explored integrative methods of interdisciplinary programs, developed innovative thinking in the School of Business, or mastered programming and creativity of design, every graduate here has achieved something great, something awesome. My prayer today is for you. Use the gifts and the talents that you have been given for the greater society. A world that is desperately in need of young people, educated people, with fresh perspectives and the determination to see them through. So lead with wisdom, value your inner circle, learn daily, produce with purpose, and touch lives intentionally. Congratulations.
Good evening. You guys ready for this? Just a little bit? I'm Jeff Bellantoni. I'm the interim president and senior academic officer. It is my sincere pleasure to welcome you to Woodbury University's commencement ceremonies. Thank you, Firm Foundation, for that beautiful rendition of our national anthem. And thank you, Lisa Cooper, for that heartwarming invocation. You may be seated at this time. Please allow me to recognize a few other distinguished individuals joining us today. First, I'd like to extend my appreciation and welcome to the members of the Board of Trustees who have joined us. Trustees, would you please stand when I introduce you? David Enzminger, Greg Lippy, Krista Newkirk, and Sonny Ward. Thank you. Next, please join me in thanking our outstanding faculty and deans. They have mentored, challenged, cheered on, and supported you. Faculty and deans, please stand so we can recognize you. Thank you. To our active duty and military veterans among us today, we invite you to stand as well. Thank you for your service and commitment to our country. And finally, to all the families, parents, and supporters who have been the foundation of these graduates' success. Your encouragement, sacrifices, and unwavering belief in them have helped make this moment possible. Graduates, let's give your families and friends a big round of applause. To the class of 2026, welcome to this extraordinary and joyful celebration. It's a beautiful day on our vibrant campus, a perfect setting to honor your hard work and achievements. I extend my heartfelt congratulations to each of you on reaching this significant milestone. And to your families, friends, and loved ones here today, thank you. Your support has been essential on this journey, and this moment belongs to you too. During your time at Woodbury, you've done it all. You studied, written, calculated, coded, built, glued, filmed, edited again, animated, sewed, printed, and played. Through long days and late nights, you've shown resilience. You've kept going, and today you stand here as graduates. That perseverance is something to be proud of, and I commend you. As many of us know, success rarely comes from talent alone. It's born from hard work, grit, and determination. That strength of character, the courage to keep showing up, to try again, to take risks, that is what will carry you forward. Staying courageous and resolute in the face of uncertainty is not just important, it's essential. You've faced challenges, both personal and collective, from demanding studio critiques to large-scale crises like the Eaton and Palisades fires. Through moments of fear, loss, and uncertainty for our community, you supported one another and kept going. That resilience speaks volumes. Let us take a moment to recognize our first-generation college graduates. So if you are first gen, first of your family to attend college, please stand up and make some noise. You are trailblazers, and your achievement is a powerful milestone for you, your families, and our entire community. Graduates, as you prepare to cross this stage today, know that you're carrying more than a degree. You carry the full force of your Woodbury experience. The lessons, the friendships, the growth, the late night breakthroughs and early morning doubts, all of it. This experience will stay with you long after today. So enjoy this moment. You've earned it. At this time, please welcome to the podium Krista Newkirk, Woodbury University Board of Trustee member and President, University of Redlands.
Good afternoon. I am honored to be here on behalf of the University of Redlands and the Woodbury University Boards of Trustees. It's such a thrill to stand in front of you, your families, loved ones, faculty, and honored guests to celebrate your incredible milestone. Commencement season is one of the most inspiring times of the year. It is filled with joy, pride, and that electric feeling of possibility. 2 days ago, we held the University of Redlands commencement ceremonies, and I'm still carrying the emotion of that day with me. The hope, the celebration, and the recognition of all that our students have accomplished is truly something special. 2 years ago, we set out to honor and build upon Woodbury's legacy by bringing our two institutions together. Woodbury's legacy of creativity, entrepreneurial spirit, and bold thinking deserves to be celebrated and supported. In fact, it is those very qualities that inspired us to join to strengthen our shared mission and expand what we can offer to the world. Today, I am proud to be part of the important work underway to ensure this historic partnership reaches its full potential. And as I look around, I see proof that the future we've envisioned is already taking shape. And now we celebrate you, the graduates, who have lived that legacy with heart, dedication, and purpose. This moment is not just the end of a chapter, it's the culmination of something far greater. Each of you boldly decided to pursue your education, deepen your knowledge, challenge yourselves, and expand your impact. But it's not just that you finished, it's how you did it and why you began. The 13th century poet Rumi said, "Everyone has been made for some particular work, and the desire for that work has been put in each heart." I believe that desire brought you here, and through discernment, courage, and a great deal of effort, you've answered your calling. So as you step forward into a new role, challenge, or maybe a well-earned break, know this: you carry forward a tradition of bold, visionary, and purpose-focused thinking. You have accepted the calling to see the world clearly, make sound decisions, act justly, and to leave every room better than you found it. We believe in you. We are inspired by you, and we are cheering you on every step of the way. Congratulations, class of 2026.
At this time, please welcome to the podium David Enzminger, Woodbury University Board of Trustee member and Chair-elect of the University of Redlands Board of Trustees.
Good afternoon. It is a pleasure to be with you here today. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I want to offer my sincere congratulations. You have really earned this day in every sense of the word. Sitting here with you, it is not too hard to think about what this moment represents. I see pride, I see relief and excitement about what's ahead. And I'm sure you feel a little bit of uncertainty. That's normal and it's real, and it's exactly what a moment like this should feel. Woodbury has long been a community of creative people who take ideas and turn them into something tangible, something you can build, design, shape, and share with others. You've been part of that tradition, a place where creativity is encouraged and practiced every day. I know what it takes to get here, the late nights, the setbacks, the work that didn't always go as planned. And still you kept going, and that persistence matters more than you may realize right now. Persistence, in my view, is the key to success. And if I could leave you with one thought, it's this: you are more ready to go forward than you feel right now. What you have built here is real, and trust it when things feel uncertain. There will be moments ahead when you're asked to do something new. When that happens, don't wait too long. Seize the day, step forward, and see what you're capable of. And that's where the most meaningful growth occurs. As you leave here today, you carry not only what you've learned, but the way you've learned to work through challenges when the path isn't simple or clear. That will stay with you, and it will serve you well in ways you may not see. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, congratulations, class of 2026.
It is now my pleasure to introduce you to today's speaker and recipient of Woodbury University Honorary Doctor of Arts degree, costume designer Ruth E. Carter. Can you stand up here? I want to talk about you for a minute. Okay. She's getting us in. Ruth E. Carter is the trailblazing two-time Academy Award-winning American film costume designer, celebrated for her work in bringing to life the vibrant and culturally rich costumes of Black Panther. Carter made history. Yeah, that's right. Carter made history as the first Black person to win the Academy Award for Best Costume Design, securing Marvel Studios' first Oscar in the process. That's right. She repeated this groundbreaking success with Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, becoming the first Black woman to win multiple Academy Awards in any category, and the first costume designer to win for both a film and its sequel. Most recently, for her work in the film Sinners, Carter earned her 5th Academy Award nomination, becoming the most nominated Black woman in Oscar history. There's more. Her career achievements include Academy Award nominations for the films Malcolm X and Amistad, and she received the Costume Designers Guild Career Achievement Award and a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. With over 3 decades of experience and more than 70 credits in film, television, and theater, Carter has worked with directors such as Spike Lee, Steven Spielberg, and Ryan Coogler. Her designs span iconic films released over the past 3 decades, such as Do the Right Thing, What's Love Got to Do with It, Selma, Dolomite Is My Name, and Coming to America. Her impact extends beyond the screen and is celebrated in her traveling exhibition, Afrofuturism and Costume Design, and her book, The Art of Ruth E. Carter. Ruth E. Carter, your contributions to costume design are a national treasure, preserving history, celebrating identity, and reimagining the future of Black culture on screen. Your work is truly inspiring, and we are grateful to have you with us today. She's already got it? She's going to hood you. Okay. At this time, it is my privilege to present you with the honorary degree of Doctor of Arts, as evidenced by your doctoral hood and by the presentation of this diploma of Woodbury University, signed by the Chair of the Board of Trustees and embossed with the seal of the university, recognizing your outstanding accomplishments. By the authority vested in me by the state of California and the Woodbury University Board of Trustees, I present to Ruth E. Carter the honorary degree of Doctor of Arts with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Here's your...
All right. Wow, wow. Hello, Woodbury University. President Bellatoni, distinguished faculty and staff, parents, grandparents, cousins, aunties, family, friends, and even the haters. Let's give it up for the class of 2026. My fellow artists, designers, architects of worlds, future leaders in business and entrepreneurship, I'm honored to be made Woodbury and to be graduating with all of you. Although standing up here does feel like I forgot to submit a final term paper, But hopefully, after winning 2 Academy Awards, receiving 5 Oscar nominations, becoming the most nominated Black woman in Oscar history, and cementing a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, hopefully my credentials for a doctorate will suffice. You might be graduating today, but you've got one more class right now. And on the syllabus, I want to share a few lessons from my life. Not because I had a perfect roadmap, I didn't. There was no guidebook called How to Become Dr. Ruth E. Carter. There was no one who looked like me doing costume design at the level I dreamed of. What I had was curiosity. I had artistry. I had faith. I had a deep love for storytelling. Before I begin, I want to say something simple. I know you will do well. I hope you do good. Doing well brings success. Doing good will bring peace, and peace matters. Because in this life, you're going to hit crossroads. Some of those crossroads will come with opportunity. Some will come with money. Some will come with visibility. Some will come with cost. But I want you to remember, as long as the cost does not include your integrity, you are still whole. But if you choose success at the price of moral injury, if you betray who you are just to get ahead, you may succeed publicly, but you may never be at peace privately. And those private moments, that's where your life lies. I was raised by Mabel Carter, a single mother of 8 who survived Jim Crow and made the Great Migration North. She became a parapsychologist for the city of Springfield, Mass. My mother taught me how to see people. She would drive us to school and she'd say, "Look at Mr. Brown, he looks nice in that coat. Look how he carries himself." She was teaching me costume design before I even knew what costume design was. As the youngest child, no one ever was really paying me any attention, so I had to entertain myself. My brothers were artists, and I would sneak into their room and borrow art supplies, but somehow I never returned them. I was constantly drawing, sketching, painting, reading, and one day while sitting at my desk, I discovered a sewing machine tucked inside. Over time, I taught myself how to make clothes. Now, most people assume I grew up dreaming of fashion like Chanel and Dior, McQueen, but my inspirations were Nikki Giovanni, James Baldwin, Langston Hughes, Sonia Sanchez, Lorraine Hansberry. Those were my designers. Those poets and playwrights lit a passion in me. They showed me that stories, our families, our struggles, our dreams belong center stage. That's where my desires to tell stories began. I went to college at Hampton University, our family's ancestral home. I was majoring in special education, but I could not resist going to the theater department. I was constantly auditioning and performing. There was a play I really wanted to be in, but I didn't get the part. The director said, "We don't have anyone to do the costumes." And I said, "Well, okay." At the time, I felt like it was a consolation prize. Little did I know I'd be handed the role of a lifetime. And this is one of the first lessons I want to give you. You may not know what you're becoming yet, and that's not a weakness. That is the design. You are just getting started. So sometimes you have to put one opportunity in front of you and take it. You may hate it. You may think it's beneath you. You may think it's not the thing you came for. But when something happens, the fabric, the story, the character, the room, the person, the door, and suddenly something catches fire. That director gave me the keys to the costume shop in the little theater on campus, and I turned it into my learning laboratory. That was my classroom outside of the classroom. And that's where my life began to take fire. At Hampton, there was no costume design major. So the encouragement of my mentors and professors helped me design my own curriculum. I studied Shakespeare, Chekhov, period pieces. I learned research, I learned character, I learned culture. I learned that clothes are not just clothes. Now, I have never thought of myself as a fashion designer, and fashion clothes are often about self-expression. In costume design, clothes are about storytelling. Before a word of dialogue is spoken, costumes tell us who someone is, where they have been, what they have survived, and sometimes who they're pretending to be. All of us come from different disciplines, but we are all designers. So today, I want to leave you with this message: design the life you want to wear. Because just like a costume, you get to choose the colors, the textures, the materials. You decide how it fits. And when it no longer fits, you're allowed to change it. In fact, you have a responsibility to. There will be moments in your life when you feel like you're in the wrong costume, a job, a relationship, a version of yourself that no longer feels true. And you may be tempted to stay in it because it feels safe, because it is expected, because other people recognize you in it. But failure is just a fitting room. You try it on, you adjust, you tailor, you try it again. After Hampton, I moved to Los Angeles. I was freelancing in places like Western Costume, trying to learn everything: dyeing, aging, cutting, archiving. I took on jobs that were bigger than me, shop foreman roles that I wasn't quite ready for. And I would get demoted, not fired, demoted. But in doing that, I learned something important. It was not the job title I was after. It was the design. It was what I was drawn to. And that's another lesson. Do not hitch your self-worth to the outcome. Do not measure yourself only by the title, the award, the applause, the yes or the no. Don't count only the wins. Count the shots. Count how many times you showed up, how many risks you took, how many rooms you entered when you were afraid, how many times you tried when nothing was guaranteed. That's the real measure of a creative life. I took a position doing costumes for Lula Washington's dance company in South Central LA. One night, a friend brought in Spike Lee. He was putting together his dream team of filmmakers, and he said to me, "Do what you do for theater, but for film." He encouraged me to expand my talents, so I furthered my training by doing costume design for graduate student films at USC. Then early one morning, before the sun came up, I got a call. I answered, "Hello." He said, "Ruth." "Yes." "Ruth." "Yes." "This is the man of your dreams." I said, "Denzel?" He said, "No, this is Spike." My first feature film as a costume designer was on School Days with Spike Lee. That's right. I've been doing this a long time, long before they invented Spanx, Google Maps, or ChatGPT. For School Days, I was knee-deep in college paraphernalia, gathering everything I needed for sororities and fraternities in the movie, designing T-shirts, sweatshirts, creating our own versions. Spike would give me directions on scraps of paper and then go catch the Knicks game. I would be running around New York like with a big hockey bag full of clothes, trying to build entire worlds with almost nothing. It was daunting. But I remembered going to all the stores on 14th Street in Manhattan, buying them out, shoes, tank tops, skirts, a little bit like Fashion Nova today. But it was 14th Street back then. And I remember thinking, how am I going to make this happen? Because I did not have everything that I needed. I did not have unlimited resources. But then I realized something. I had what I knew. I had my HBCU experience at Hampton University. I had my understanding of culture. I had my resourcefulness. And I remembered, build with what you know. And that was enough. From that moment on, I went to work on 14 Spike Lee joints. Spike showed me bravery through his filmmaking. From Radio Raheem to Malcolm X, we were making art by any means necessary. He pushed me to remain conscious that the articles of clothing were not just costumes, they were garments of protest, symbols of truth. And through that work, I learned to find my own unique signature, the signature that led to my first Oscar nomination for Malcolm X. And I became the first Black person nominated for costume design. After my second Oscar nomination for Steven Spielberg, Amistad, it would be 21 years before I heard my name called like that again. That's the entire lifespan of some of your lives. During that time, I went on to do films like The Butler and Selma, Marshall. Now imagine doing the work, believing in your calling, showing up again and again and again, and not hearing your name. That's when you know who you have to rely on who you are. That's when you have to come back to your foundation and don't depend on an outside source giving you validation. You have to move forward. I had to continue to visualize and define what it meant to be a costume designer for myself. No matter what challenges I faced, hardships I endured, personal tragedies I went through, heartaches, heartbreaks. When I came back to my work, the artistry, the creativity, the design, when I came back to my foundation and my purpose, everything felt right again. So graduates, define what you are. And when things are hard, come back to that. Come back to your purpose, because there's no moment of arrival. There's only preparation. There's only growth. There's only becoming. Some films felt like I earned a bachelor's degree in costume design. Some felt like a master's program. Then came director Ryan Coogler and Marvel's Black Panther, and which felt like a PhD dissertation in Afrofuturism. You have to remember, this is only Ryan's third film. This was before Oscars, before the global phenomenon. We were not chasing awards. We were working from pure intention. We were elevating culture. If you honor me in fashion, then you truly are honoring Afrofuturism, because it took my whole life's work leading up to Black Panther. I drew from the richness of the African continent, its histories, its tribes, its traditions, and reimagined it into a future where it could exist fully realized and unapologetic. Every texture, every silhouette, every adornment was rooted in truth. We were honoring heritage, empowering the female form, expanding how Black identity is seen, felt, and celebrated on screen. We were changing the game. Because when you design with intention, when you create from truth, culture, and purpose, you do not have to chase the world. The world makes room for you. Recently, working with Ryan Coogler on Sinners, what I witnessed was a commitment to originality, the courage to create what does not yet exist, to own it, to stand in it, and that is the real win. Of course, in addition to 16 Oscar nominations and breaking Titanic's long-held record. But truly, in a world moving faster than ever, originality becomes your power. And that brings me to the world that you are graduating into. Artificial intelligence is changing everything: design, process, speed, access. The industry is shifting in massive ways, and I want you to hear me clearly. Don't be afraid of AI, but do not let it replace you. AI can generate images, it can suggest ideas, it can help you research, organize, visualize, and move faster, but AI cannot replace your lived experience. It cannot replace your cultural memory. It cannot replace your point of view. It cannot replace your soul. Your job is not complete with machines. Your job is to go deeper into what makes you human. Your story, your heritage, your sensitivity, your understanding of people, your curiosity, your moral compass. That's your power. Use the tools, but never let the tools use you. Because technology may help you make the image, but only you can give it meaning. You are going to face turbulence. That will be risks, that will crash and burn sometimes, but that does not mean you failed. It means you are alive in the work. This career is not a straight, easy flight to Vegas. This is turbulence on the way to the moon. And the risk will never go down to zero. So stop waiting for perfect conditions. Take the class, do the internship, take the job that scares you, take the opportunity that does not look like the one you dreamed of. And remember, you are not just building a career, you are stitching the fabric of your life. Every experience, every mistake, every lesson, every disappointment, every comeback, it's all fabric. I am grateful to receive this prestigious recognition. I want to thank Bobby Garland for putting my name forward, and I am reminded that none of us does this alone. We are shaped by our families, our collaborators, our communities, the people who saw something in us before we saw ourselves. Truth is, I almost did not graduate from Hampton University. I was short a few credits and short a few dollars on my rent, so I decided it was time to go home. Before I left, I went to say goodbye to my mentor and professor, Linda Bolton Smith. She refused to say goodbye. Instead, she offered me room and board so I could finish my final semester. She was an incredible example of an artist, a Black woman who showed me I could stand side by side with greatness. And I dedicate this highest honor of education to her. So take a moment to thank the people who carried you. Then go forward and become that person for someone else. Graduates, there will be moments when you might say, I wish I had. But I want you to fight for a life where you can say, I'm glad I did. Choose experiences that build your identity. Fight for your story. Don't let other people write it for you. You have the ultimate gift, the ability to direct your own life, not perfectly, not without fear, not without storms, but with intention, with faith, with effort, with purpose. Your psychological energy is limited, so be careful in how you spend it. Spend it on growth. Spend it on truth. Spend it on craft. Spend it on community, on becoming. And when life gets difficult, breathe. Prepare. Practice calm before you need it. because strength is not something you find in the moment. It is something you build before the moment arrives. Class of 2026, you are leaving here with enough talent, enough instinct, enough voice. You build, you design, you tailor, you adjust. Change your costume when you need to. Protect your integrity. Use new tools, but keep your soul in the center. Don't just design for approval. Don't just design for applause. Design from truth. Design from intention, because your life is your greatest creation. Go tell your story. Build your world. Design the life you want to wear and make it something worth watching. Congratulations, class of 2026. And that's the truth, Ruth.
Thank you, Ruth. It is such an honor to have you here today, and that was an amazing speech. I now invite our graduating fashion design students who have a gift for you.
Oh, let me put this down. Oh, how nice. Oh, wow, I noticed that. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you for everything you do.
Yeah.
Truly inspirational.
Oh, you guys do well. Just keep going. That's my advice. Just keep going. Don't stop. Don't stop, and you'll get there too. But thank you.
Amazing. It is now my pleasure to introduce the undergraduate student speaker for the class of 2026. Please join me in welcoming Brianna Fong to the stage. Brianna is a 3D artist specializing in hard surface modeling with a focus on creating immersive, story-driven spaces for games. Originally from the Bay Area, she has developed a diverse portfolio of game-ready assets that reflect both technical precision and a passion for visual storytelling. In addition to her academic work, she served as a writing center tutor for 4 years. She also gained professional experience as a junior hard surface artist at Clockwork Creations. As she graduates, Brianna looks forward to continuing to grow as an artist and contributing to the creation of interactive worlds that engage and inspire players.
I got this. Okay. Good evening, Woodbury University class of 2026. Can we just take a moment to acknowledge what is happening right now? You made it. This moment is real. You earned every single second of it, and I need you to just feel that before we do anything else. So take a breath and let it land. Because now, I want to talk to you about something important. Something that was true on the first day you set foot on this campus, and is even more true today. Every great piece of art starts the same way. Every groundbreaking building, every unforgettable film, every business that changes an industry, every game that millions of people lose themselves in, they all start with a blank canvas. Nothing but possibility and that terrifying, electrifying question: what do I make of this? That is exactly what you walked in here with. A blank canvas. And over these years, through the all-nighters, the deadlines that felt impossible, the projects that fell apart and had to be rebuilt from scratch, the moments when you genuinely asked yourself, can I actually do this? You filled it. Stroke by stroke, decision by decision, you made something real. And that stubborn, unshakable, relentless refusal to leave the canvas blank, that is the indomitable human spirit. And every single person graduating today has it. Look around you right now. You are sitting next to architects who will design the skylines of tomorrow, animators who will make audiences laugh, cry, and feel things they didn't know they could feel. Game designers and artists who have already built entire worlds in their minds and are just waiting to set them free. Filmmakers who will tell stories that change how people see themselves. Business leaders who will build companies, lead teams, and solve problems we haven't even named yet. Marketing minds, creative directors, entrepreneurs, people who are going to walk out of here and reshape industries. And here's what makes Woodbury special. All of you were in the same buildings, learning from each other, colliding with each other, because the architect needs to understand storytelling, the filmmaker needs to understand business, the game designer needs to understand people. That cross-pollination, that is not an accident. That is the Woodbury advantage. And don't you ever undersell it. Now, some of you had the smoothest path here, and that's wonderful. But some of you fought for every single credit. Some of you worked full-time jobs and came to class exhausted. Some of you are first-generation college graduates. Some of you moved to a new country to be here. Some of you started over. New careers, new cities, new lives. Some of you are decades into life and decided it was never too late. Every single one of those paths led here. This is what it means to be human. It doesn't look one way, it doesn't come from one background or one story. It is simply the decision made over and over and over again to keep going, to not leave the canvas blank. And you need to hold on to that, because the world out there is going to test you. There will be rejection. There will be setbacks. There will be a project, a pitch, a moment where everything falls apart and you have to start over. And in that moment, remember this. You have done hard things before. You have proof. It is printed on that diploma and it lives in your bones. Art, design, business, film, architecture, political science, psychology, interdisciplinary studies. Whatever your discipline, you are trained in creative problem solving. The ability to look at a blank canvas or a broken system or an impossible brief and say, I've got this. That skill is recession proof, AI proof, future proof, because it is fundamentally, irreducibly human. So here's what I want to leave you with. The blank canvases aren't behind you. They are ahead of you. Bigger ones. scarier ones, more exciting ones. And now, for the first time, you get to choose which one you pick up the brush for. So choose boldly. Work with people who are different from you. Build things that matter. Lead with generosity. And whenever doubt creeps in, and it will, remember this moment. You made a degree. You made a future. You made yourself. Class of 2026, the canvas is yours. Go fill it with something unforgettable. Thank you.
Thank you, Brianna. It is now my pleasure to introduce the graduate student speaker for the class of 2026. Please join me in welcoming Regina Troglin to the stage. Regina is a graduate architecture student whose work centers on accessibility, pedagogy, and the relationship between place and learning. With an academic background spanning architecture, philosophy, and education, her work challenges conventional models of architectural training by questioning who has access to the discipline and how that access is structured. Regina currently serves as captain of Veterans of Foreign Wars Ship 4084 in Ridgecrest, where she advocates for and supports local veterans. Her leadership is informed by her own military service, which continues to shape her commitment to service, community, and collective responsibility. Through both her academic work and community work, Regina is committed to advancing a more inclusive and responsive built environment.
Thank you, Jeff. Woo. Good evening, faculty, family, friends, and my fellow graduates. I remember my first day on this campus. Most of you probably do too, and most of your families. I walked into a studio and immediately realized I was one of the oldest students in the room. Everyone else looked like they had just come straight out of high school. And for a moment, I felt completely out of place. I remember thinking, maybe I don't belong here. But as the semesters passed, something changed. I worked alongside those same students. I tutored some of them. Other times, we just sat and talked, sharing the frustrations and victories that come with learning something difficult. And somewhere along the way, I realized something important. Despite our different ages, backgrounds, and life experiences, we were all there for the same reasons: to learn, to grow, and to build better futures for ourselves and for the communities we care about. That experience taught me something about education. Education is not about gaining knowledge. It's about learning how to live and work alongside people whose paths may look different from our own. And right now, that ability matters. We live in a time when disagreement can quickly turn into division. It can feel easier to step back from people who see the world differently. But the classrooms we shared showed something else. When people with different experiences come together with a common purpose, something powerful happens. Ideas improve, perspectives expand, and solutions become stronger. Many of us saw this firsthand. Some students came straight out of high school. Others returned after years in a workforce. Some balanced classes with jobs and families, and some of us served our country before stepping back into the classrooms. Different paths, different experiences, but all with the same determination to learn and move forward. And that reveals an important truth. Talent and potential are not limited to one background, one place, or one type of student. They exist everywhere. As graduates, it's our responsibility to remember that. Some of us will teach, some will design, build, heal, lead, or serve in ways we cannot yet fully imagine. Whatever path we take, the real measure of our education will not simply be what we accomplish for ourselves. It will be what happens around us and what we build around us. Will we create workplaces where people are respected? Will we listen to perspectives that challenge our own? Will we contribute to communities that are stronger because more people have the opportunity to participate? Progress rarely happens in isolation. It happens when people choose to work together, even when their experiences are different. That choice belongs to us now. The degrees we receive today represent years of effort, but they also represent possibilities. Each of us has the ability to shape the spaces we enter, to contribute new ideas, to solve problems, and to build the built environment where others can succeed alongside us. And if we carry that forward, the communities we're about to join will be better for it. So congratulations, class of 2026. We made it!
Thank you, Regina. Let us again acknowledge the stirring remarks of our student speakers and give them another round of applause. I am honored to recognize 3 recipients of the Dora E. Kirby Award. This award is presented to the undergraduate students with the highest grade point average. All 3 of the recipients this year achieved a 4.0 GPA. Will the candidates who are to receive the Dora E. Kirby Award please come forward to the left side of the stage when your name is called. Jalina May Liobing, filmmaking. Arpine Mirzakhanyan, interior design. And Nicholas Ruiz, management, 3+1. It is now my pleasure to announce the recipient of the President's Award, which recognizes exemplary leadership, service, and involvement in the Woodbury community and beyond. This year, 5 hardworking Woodbury students have been selected. Will the candidates who are to receive the President's Award please come forward and to the left side of the stage? Amy Lopez, interior design. Mabel Rayner, filmmaking. Vincent Ward, fashion design. Arandi Miranda Peregrino, Bachelor of Business Administration, MBA. And Jean-Renil Rai, psychology. At this time, please join me in awarding program honors bestowed upon graduates completing their degrees this semester and having achieved the highest academic record in their major. Will the candidates who are to receive program honors please come forward to the left side of the stage?
Lilith Kharajian, accounting. Guillermo Velasquez Aguiar, animation and VFX. Hayden Westfall, applied computer science, media arts. Artemisa Gergo, Architecture. Evan Pritchard, Computer Science and Data Analytics. Mason Priest, Computer Science and Design Computation. Ellen Avetisian, Construction Management. Oh. Vincent Ward, Fashion Design.
It's right here.
Do you want me to wait? Okay. Natalie Karagezian, Fashion Marketing. Jelena May Liobing, Filmmaking. Jamie White, Game Art and Design. Alexander Arenas, Graphic Design. Ellen Khachatrian, Interdisciplinary Studies. Good. Ellen? Okay. Arpine Mizarkhanyan, Interior Design. Okay. Nicholas Ruiz, Management. Shayna Galgani, Marketing. Menua Simonian, Political Science. Ellen Abramian, Psychology. Sidia Sosa, Sustainable Practices.
It is now our privilege to acknowledge those undergraduates who are graduating with honors as signified by the twin gold cords. I will ask each of the groups to stand so we can pay tribute. Graduating cum laude requires a cumulative GPA of 3.5 to 3.69. Graduates with the honor cum laude, please stand. Thank you. You may be seated. Graduating magna cum laude requires a cumulative grade point average of 3.7 to 3.89. Graduates with the honor magna cum laude, please stand. Graduating summa cum laude requires a cumulative grade point average of 3.9 to 4.0. Graduates with the honor summa cum laude, please stand. Congratulations to those graduating with honors. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Architecture please rise and remain standing? Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts please rise and remain standing? Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Business Administration please rise and remain standing? Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Fine Arts please rise and remain standing? And will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science please rise and remain standing? Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the State of California and the Woodbury University Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the baccalaureate degree in your discipline with all the rights, privileges, honors, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations. Let's do it. Candidates will now come forward, cross the stage, and be acknowledged for their achievements individually. I invite Heather Flood, Dean of the School of Architecture, to join me as we award degrees to the 2026 graduates from the School of Architecture. Faculty from architecture are invited to the designated areas, stage right, to congratulate graduates as they exit.
Phoebe Young, magna cum laude. Kyle Chu, magna cum laude. Mark Carivo.
Let's go, Mark.
Eric Jimenez Carpintero.
Go, Eric.
Yeah. Quentin Terrell Wortham. Lilu Rubin. Emmanuel Torbarzade, cum laude. Ekli Sek, cum laude. Dawson Cabrera, cum laude. Justin Kwong. Eric Magana Saavedra. Alex Mahano Perez. Ani Rodriguez, magna cum laude. Artemisa Gergo, summa cum laude. Garrett Gudmanson, magna cum laude. Kevin Bowie, cum laude. Jose Mejia Rivera, magna cum laude. Sylvian Solkis. Jorge Bayardo. Wiam Raba, magna cum laude. Varujan Agayan.
Let's go!
Leo Mirzakhanyan, cum laude. Daniel Ochovat, cum laude. Jennifer Vasquez. Jessica Araceli Velasquez. Sydney Cota. Ariana Nagdi. Natalie Abu Mariam. Edwin Sean Shaj II. Angelica Magaña. Michael Alfaro. Kieran Kaur, cum laude. Lucila Janet Alvarado Miller. Eric Ortiz Esparza. Parker Green, cum laude. Austin Mitchell, cum laude. Laura Sarkisian. Diane Lee. Adam Hines. Stephen Jara, magna cum laude. Mina Nguyen. Georgina Hernandez, cum laude. Russell Tong, magna cum laude. Stephanie Gomez. Erica Alexis Bakuli Mangalonso. Kyle C. Joanna Collins Ballou, summa cum laude. Rusana Stefanov. Maya Flores Villagran, magna cum laude. Rachel Zuniga Coronado, cum laude. Michelle Esperanza Perez Melendrez. Agustin Ochoa. Davian Cruz. Francisco Javier Cervantes Arias. Justin Gonzalez. Daniel Petrosian. Arthur Shaldranian. Noro Turosian. Nelly Sharafian. Anya Avanesian. Kevin Shahbazian. Abdullah Sultan Al-Katani, cum laude. Giovanni Grajeda. Andrew Jesus Sandoval, magna cum laude. Ethan Scott Parker, cum laude. Guadalupe Giovanna Wichan. Daniel Magallanes, cum laude. Alejandro Christopher Ramirez. Sebastian Carly Tablada. Marvin Ayon. Joseph Ortiz. Andrew Wong, magna cum laude. Lillian Do, cum laude. Reese Hansen. Nicole Nasser. Caitlin King Murphy, cum laude. Kimia Mirelmi, magna cum laude. William Patrick Parker IV. Cherie Sparks, magna cum laude. Taylor Richardson. Patrick Cabot Halone. Grace Martinez, magna cum laude. Spencer Mary.
Now say the name of the masters or her major as well, because they're separate now. Is it all of the? Yeah. Okay.
Celia Gabriela Sosa, Bachelor of Arts, Sustainable Practices. Liliana Cholokyan, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Interior Design, magna cum laude. Arpine Mirzakhanyan, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Interior Design, summa cum laude. Mary Dilanchian, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Interior Design, summa cum laude. Amy Lopez, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Interior Design, cum laude. Cora Preby, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Interior Design, magna cum laude. Gabby Grimm, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Interior Design, summa cum laude. Kai Tyson, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Interior Design.
Congratulations. I now invite Dr. Joan Marquez, Dean of the School of Business, to join me as we award degrees to the 2026 graduates from the School of Business. Faculty from the School of Business are invited to the designated area stage right to congratulate graduates as they exit.
Ken Goldstein, Bachelor of Business Administration, Accounting, summa cum laude. Ivan Zamora, Bachelor of Business Administration, Accounting, cum laude. Ani Samikyan, Bachelor of Business Administration, Accounting, magna cum laude. Lilit Kharajian, Bachelor of Business Administration, Accounting, summa cum laude. Kaya Sibils-Dar, Bachelor of Business Administration, Fashion Marketing, magna cum laude. Natalie Karagezian, Bachelor of Business Administration, Fashion Marketing, summa cum laude. Ruby Magzul, Bachelor of Business Administration, Fashion Marketing, magna cum laude. Michelle Ng, Bachelor of Business Administration, Fashion Marketing, magna cum laude. Veronica Gonzalez, Bachelor of Business Administration, Fashion Marketing, magna cum laude. Eileen Arison, Bachelor of Business Administration in Fashion Marketing, magna cum laude. Natalie Johanna Nunez Roldan, Bachelor of Business Administration Management, magna cum laude. Emily Sumere, Bachelor of Business Administration Management, magna cum laude. Lorraine Lex Faitaran Watson, Bachelor of Business Administration Management, magna cum laude. Astrid Osis Bolaños, Bachelor of Business Administration Management, summa cum laude. Angelina Hovakimian, Bachelor of Business Administration Management, cum laude. Andrea Marie Ortega Valles, Bachelor of Business Administration Management. Jacques Eugene Thomas, Bachelor of Business Administration Management, cum laude. Toma Nishiwaki, Bachelor of Business Administration Management, cum laude. Adam Garcia, Bachelor of Business Administration Management, cum laude. Nicolas Ruiz, Bachelor of Business Administration Management, summa cum laude. Aziz Anam, Bachelor of Business Administration in Marketing. Katerina Karabajakian, Bachelor of Business Administration Marketing, magna cum laude. Sylvie DeMargi, Bachelor of Business Administration Marketing, magna cum laude. Janviera Sangara, Bachelor of Business Administration Marketing. Shayna Galgani, Bachelor of Business Administration Marketing, summa cum laude.
Liberal arts. You announce.
I now invite Dr. Will McConnell, Director of Liberal Arts and Sciences, to join me as we award degrees to the 2026 graduates from the Liberal Arts and Sciences. Faculty are invited to the designated area stage right to congratulate graduates as they exit.
Spencer Harden, Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies. Ojazwi Patil, Bachelor of Arts in Interdisciplinary Studies. Joshua Osuma, Bachelor of Arts, Interdisciplinary Studies, Landscape Architecture. Victor Coro, Bachelor of Arts, Interdisciplinary Studies. Irini Gurgis, Bachelor of Arts, Interdisciplinary Studies. Giselle Marie Mendoza, Bachelor of Arts, Interdisciplinary Studies. April Vasquez, Bachelor of Arts, Interdisciplinary Studies. Bianca Colvin, Bachelor of Arts, Interdisciplinary Studies. Ellen Karkacyan. Marco Aiello, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science. Menua Simonian, Bachelor of Arts, Political Science. Jaranil Teo Rai, Bachelor of Arts, Psychology, cum laude. Ellen Abramyan, Bachelor of Arts, Psychology, summa cum laude. Evan Pritchard, Bachelor of Science, Computer Science and Data Analytics, magna cum laude.
I now invite Heather Flood, Interim Dean of the School of Media, Culture, and Design, to join me as we award degrees to the 2026 graduates from the programs in Media and Design. Faculty from the School of Media, Culture, and Design are invited to the designated area, stage right, to congratulate graduates as they exit.
Isabella Grace Willett, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Animation VFX, magna cum laude. Guillermo Velázquez Aguilar, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Animation VFX, magna cum laude. Charles Moreland, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Animation VFX. Alexandra Leiker, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Animation VFX, magna cum laude. Grace Credo Brown, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Animation VFX, magna cum laude. Finley Corbett, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Animation VFX, cum laude. Linnea Campbell, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Animation VFX. Angelina Jessie Guerrero Chavez, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Animation VFX, cum laude. Stephanie Rodriguez, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Animation VFX, magna cum laude. Kiani Tapia, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Animation VFX. Celine Jezebel Sanchez, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Animation VFX, magna cum laude. Rhinefield Pluma, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Animation VFX. Rain Galvey, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Animation VFX, cum laude. Tess Cooley, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Animation VFX. Lili Tonoyan, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Animation VFX, magna cum laude. Shiva Afshar, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Fashion Design. Hilary Gallardo Roda, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Fashion Design. Vincent Ward, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Fashion Design, summa cum laude. Alan Pinedo, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Fashion Design. Julia Groth Lofiego, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Fashion Design.
Sebastian Verduzco.
Sebastian Verduzco, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Filmmaking, cum laude. Paul Solis, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Filmmaking, magna cum laude. Misha Egorov, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Filmmaking. Cameron Athena Dominguez, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Filmmaking. Shaylee Kelman, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Filmmaking. Maddox Wilder, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Filmmaking, magna cum laude. Mabel Rayner, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Filmmaking, summa cum laude. Anand Singh, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Filmmaking, cum laude. Moya Shell, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Filmmaking, cum laude. Aiden Delphin, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Filmmaking, magna cum laude. Santiago Matos Rey, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Filmmaking. Jaden Brianna Mebin, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Filmmaking. Ryan Abner, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Filmmaking. Diedrich Elliott Layton, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Filmmaking, magna cum laude. Carla Melissa Rosales, Bachelor of Arts, Filmmaking. Jelena May Liobing, Bachelor of Arts, Filmmaking, summa cum laude. Isidro Valdez Palmer, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Game Art and Design. Catherine Lazo, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Game Art and Design. Jessica E. Sawani, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Game Art and Design. Victor Eduardo Duarte, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Game Art and Design, cum laude. Michael Garone, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Game Art and Design. Nicholas Rosenbaum, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Game Art and Design. Griffin Knight, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Game Art and Design, cum laude. Ken Kumagai, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Game Art and Design. Nicholas Oguma, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Game Art and Design, magna cum laude. Parshen Gazari, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Game Art and Design, cum laude. Derek Vetter, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Game Art and Design. Samuel J. Kamen, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Game Art and Design, cum laude. Sabrina Boykin, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Game Art and Design, magna cum laude. Kirk Perkins, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Game Art and Design.
Kirk! Let's go, Kirk!
Jamie White, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Game Art and Design, magna cum laude. Brianna Fong, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Game Art and Design, cum laude. Anne-Marie Salin, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Graphic Design. Michaela Marie Tabunan Vasconcillo, Bachelor of Fine Arts in Graphic Design, cum laude. Talia Gerber, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Graphic Design, magna cum laude. Garrett Smith, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Graphic Design. Alexander Arenas, Bachelor of Fine Arts in Graphic Design, summa cum laude.
We have a few more from the School of Architecture.
Hayden Westfall, Bachelor of Science, Applied Computer Science, Media Arts, cum laude. Mason Priest, Bachelor of Science, Computer Science, Design Computation, summa cum laude. Ellen Avetisian, Bachelor of Science in Construction Management.
Moving right along, it is now my honor and pleasure to present candidates for degrees in our graduate programs. In addition to receiving their degrees today, master's degree recipients received a hood designating the area of study by the color of the velvet and the graduate degree granting institution by the color of the satin. As I call out each degree program, please rise and remain standing until everyone receiving a master's degree is called. Will the candidates for the degree Master of Architecture please rise and remain standing? They're over there, they're already standing. Efficient. Will the candidates for the degree Master of Business Administration please rise and remain standing? All right. Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the State of California and the Woodbury University Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the master's degree in your discipline with all the rights, privileges, honors, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations. I now invite Heather Flood, Dean of the School of Architecture, to join me as we award degrees to the 2026 graduates from the School of Architecture. Faculty are invited to the designated area, stage right, to congratulate graduates as they exit.
Kenneth Armand Oz, Master of Architecture. Robert Jacob Ruiz, Master of Architecture. Shondine Lake, Master of Architecture. Christina Margosian, Master of Architecture. Shant Osko Karagosian, Master of Architecture. Oh, can I read it? Is it on there? Is it on here? Brandon Kemp, Master of Architecture. Gabrielle Macinas, Master of Architecture. Michael Charles Elbert, Master of Architecture.
Michael! Troglin.
Regina Troglin, Master of Architecture. Peyton Bieber, Master of Architecture. Gadir Munib, Master of Architecture. Natalie Holmes, Master of Architecture. Albert George Matar, Master of Architecture. Vivian Rogers, Master of Architecture. Aiden Yigletu, Master of Architecture.
I now invite Dr. Joan Marquez, Dean of the School of Business, to join me as we award degrees to the 2026 graduates from the School of Business. Faculty from business are invited to the designated area, stage right, to congratulate graduates as they exit.
Andrew Saroyan, Master of Business Administration, Accounting and Finance. Bhumi Girish Makwana, Master of Business Administration, Accounting and Finance. Silva Chaparyan, Master of Business Administration, Accounting and Finance. Maria Luisa Benavides Macedo, Master of Business Administration in Accounting and Finance. Esther Paola Romero Orozco, Master of Business Administration, Entertainment Management. Xiaolin Yu, Master of Business Administration, Entertainment Management. Patrick Shabani, Master of Business Administration, Entrepreneurship. Jennifer Contreras, Master of Business Administration, Entrepreneurship. Irandi Miranda Peregrino, Master of Business Administration, Management. Melody Alejandra Cajina Palma, Master of Business Administration, Management. Talar Zaki, Master of Business Administration, Management. Isabella Kirakosian, Master of Business Administration, Management. Sose Kavejan, Master of Business Administration, Entrepreneurship. Veronica Rostomyan, Master of Business Administration Management. Monica Khachatrian, Master of Business Administration Management. Arman Petrosyan, Master of Business Administration Management. Tony Sarkisyan, Master of Business Administration Management.
Now, excuse me. Now I am honored to recognize those long-serving faculty members who are retiring at the end of this academic year, and those faculty being granted emeritus status from Woodbury University. When you hear your name, please stand and remain standing. Randy Stauffer, retiring and emeritus. Janine Centauri, retiring and emeritus. Nicole Keating, retiring and emeritus. Satinder Daman, retiring and emeritus. Yaz Nishiyama, retiring and emeritus. Doug Kremer, emeritus. Svetlana Holt, emeritus. Joyce Swan, emeritus. Rich Matson, retiring. Professor Emeritus is an honorary designation bestowed upon departing faculty members who have attained the rank of full professor and completed a minimum of 10 years of dedicated full-time service to the university. On behalf of Woodbury University, I am honored to confer the title of Professor Emeritus upon each of you. Through your excellence in teaching, meaningful service to the university, scholarly and creative contributions, and continued professional growth, you have exemplified the highest ideals of the teacher-scholar. Congratulations, and thank you for your many years of distinguished service. I now invite to the podium Woodbury University Board of Trustees member and distinguished alumnus from the class of 2002, Sonny Ward.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Woodbury University. You're almost there. Graduates, families, loved ones, faculty, staff, friends. Before I begin, I want to recognize our commencement speaker and honorary degree recipient, Ruth E. Carter. Your work has shaped how we see identity, history, and possibility. You create worlds people step into before they fully understand them, and somehow grow into them along the way. It's an honor just to be on this stage with you. I've been asked to speak today as an alumnus of Woodbury, which may mean I'm supposed to stand here and tell you how it all works out, how the path becomes clear, how the hard work pays off, how everything starts to make sense. It doesn't. At least not the way you think. I've been asking myself why I'm the one standing here talking to you. And I don't mean that modestly. I mean it seriously. Because there are people on this quad who are smarter than me, more disciplined, more focused. There are professors here who have dedicated their lives to teaching. There are facilities teams who have quite literally kept the lights on, Groundskeepers I've known for several decades who have cared for this place every single day. And there's people like Morrow who have been a steady presence and grown with this university. Assistants and staff who keep everything moving quietly and consistently, and leadership who have taken on the responsibility of guiding this place forward. There are people here whose accomplishments are readily identifiable. That was never me. But maybe the reason I'm here is simpler. I sat where you're sitting, and I had no idea what I was doing. I wasn't ready. I was scared. And I took a step forward anyway. That's the only pattern I can prove, to take a step forward. There's a quiet belief most of us carry that before we begin, we're supposed to feel ready. That belief will hold you back more than almost anything else. I want to tell you how I got here because it explains everything. I drove across the country to Los Angeles. No money, no real plan. It was the 90s, no cell phone. I used a Radio Shack walkie-talkie to break up with my boyfriend multiple times while driving across the desert. My 19-inch color TV with a fake wood paneling melted in a McDonald's parking lot in Midland, Texas. That was the level of preparation. Then I stopped in Las Vegas. Excalibur, all-you-can-eat buffet. Crab. Bad decision. I got food poisoning the night before I arrived. And instead of my first night in Los Angeles being exciting, I spent it in a hospital bed at Burbank's St. Joseph Medical Center. Alone, thinking, what have I done? The next day I showed up to Woodbury University. No plan past that day. I didn't know enough to feel confident. I didn't feel ready. I was scared. And I showed up anyway. I didn't know very much about Woodbury. I hadn't heard of it growing up in Pelahatchie, Mississippi. I found out it had a school of architecture. I saw a few pictures. The library looked nice. That was the bar. I didn't know anyone at the school. I had never seen it. I wasn't even sure where Burbank was. But I applied, and somehow this place said yes to me. I had decent grades, no money, and Woodbury figured it out for me. And even then, I didn't feel like I belonged. And no one pulled me aside and said, "You belong now." That never happens. You decide that, or you keep waiting. My first years here were not impressive. It was chaos. I moved 5 times in 5 years. That boyfriend I broke up with over a walkie-talkie moved into my dorm room. Yeah, I know. I worked constantly. The Burbank Airport Hilton kept me afloat. At one point, I had 3 jobs and studio. I wasn't balancing life. I was barely holding it together. And I was also trying to figure out who I was. As a gay kid from Mississippi in Los Angeles, I didn't know how to exist in the same body I had when I left. I was other. But what I found here was a lot of other people who were also other. Different kinds of other. Some who agreed with me, some who didn't. But all of us were held by this place. This school housed me. It fed me. It made space for me. It put up with me. And it put up with me before I knew how to make space for myself. And trust me, making space for myself has been no easy feat. I made messy choices, relationships that were complicated, choices that didn't always line up with who I thought I was going to be. And at some point, I had to to decide if I was going to keep living the same way or actually change. Not all at once, small changes, one day at a time, one step at a time, away from patterns that weren't working towards something that held promise. I took a step, then another, then many. And here's the part no one tells you. You won't understand what you learned here. Not now. You think you do. You don't. I didn't. It took years for it to show up. And some of it still is showing up. So if you're sitting here thinking, did I actually get what I was supposed to get out of this? You did. You just don't recognize it yet. What I can see now is the people I met here and what happened in small moments. I sat next to Jennifer O. Young on the first day, someone who saw me and made me feel welcome. That mattered. Brad Monsma's American novel class, that mattered. Accounting, I still use that class to run my business. That's insane, and that mattered. There were people here, Janine, Brad, Doug, Paulette, Norman, Jerry, Eby, Chuck, Penny, people who gave their lives to this. They taught me how to do these things, not by telling me, by seeing through the doubt and fear and messiness, by expecting it, by believing in me before I could believe in myself. Eby Gendel, I didn't fully understand him then, but I was drawn to what he was saying. He said things in that classroom I didn't know how badly I needed to hear. I sat up, he had my attention. He helped shape how I see the world. That mattered. Janine Centuri told me to look again at a cardboard model I made, just cardboard, and to take it seriously, to see what was already there as enough. That idea changed everything because I spent a lot of my life trying to prove something, trying to catch up, trying to belong. And that was the first moment I understood that maybe I didn't have to reinvent everything to matter. Maybe my uncertain, fearful, messy self was enough. Woodbury didn't answer all of my questions, but it gave me the tools to live with them. It taught me how to look again, how to sit with something longer than I want to, how to take people seriously, especially when I don't understand them yet. It gave me something I didn't know I was missing. More patience, more attention, more acceptance of imperfection, messiness, and uncertainty. More love. My time at Woodbury taught me how to embrace fear and messiness, to learn from it, and to take steps forward from it. And I learned that here, not just from teachers in the classroom, but from the community I found here. Not all of you got here the same way. Some of you had families who paid for this. Some of you didn't. Some of you had emotional support. Some of you absolutely did not. Some of you were encouraged your entire life. Some of you had to figure out how to encourage yourselves. Some of you are navigating spaces that weren't built for you. Some of you started ahead. Some of you started behind. And all of you figured out how to get here to this moment together. And you don't know what it took for the person next to you to be here, so don't assume. Because from here on out, what you do with each other matters. The only way this works is if you use what you learned here on each other. More patience, more attention, more love. I came back and I tried to teach here. I wanted to be one of those people who impacted the journey the way my teachers impacted mine. And I realized pretty quickly, I'm not an academic. That was not the way forward for me. So I stepped aside, but I didn't leave. I stayed connected, and eventually found another way to be useful and give back to Woodbury. At some point, I listened to that small voice to take a step, and I got out. I got out of Mississippi, I got out of my dorm room, and I got out into Los Angeles. And almost everything that has happened in my life came from moments where I was scared and moved anyway. Not ready, not confident, not sure it would work, just moving, saying yes, showing up, listening. That pattern, doing something before I feel ready, it's not a personality trait, it's a practice. And honestly, it's the closest thing I have to faith. And that faith, and with that faith, I built a business and I grew an incredible family. Woodbury played an integral role in embracing me, challenging me, and nurturing that practice. And now this place is changing. Woodbury University is becoming part of the University of Redlands. I'm not going to over-explain that because it's complicated and emotional and real. But almost everything meaningful in my life started in a place that felt unclear and a little uncomfortable. So I don't automatically see that as a bad thing. Change can be terrifying and complicated, but like every journey, you take a step toward it. So graduates and families, when this is over, you join me. Welcome. You are now part of the Woodbury University alumni community. More than 70,000 people, people who sat where you're sitting, who felt lost, who figured it out slowly. That's the journey and the destination, to take a step anyway, to move forward, because you are writing your own life. But what I hope you learned here is that you are not doing it alone. And when you're out there and able, follow my lead. Look for Woodbury on the resumes that cross your desk or screen. Recommend your fellow graduates when the opportunity arises. Spread the word. Share your enthusiasm for this place. Sign up for the Alumni Association. Do it. Start giving back. And don't forget this place when success reigns on your life. I've been thinking about this being the last graduating class of Woodbury University. And I thought about what we never had. A fight song, a really good mascot, teams. We weren't that kind of place. We gathered around tables, we gathered over coffee, we shared our projects. So I figured out what Woodbury's mascot should be. A pill bug. What we called in the South a roly-poly. They move slowly. Sometimes they curl up in confusion or fear or uncertainty, but they always, always start again. I guess if Woodbury had a sport, the one it would excel in would be showing up, staying in the room longer, looking harder, thinking deeper, helping one another, encouraging each other to take the step. Right now, there is something you're not doing because you don't feel ready. That's the thing. I didn't feel ready when I got here. I was scared, and I stepped forward anyway. I still don't always feel ready, and I still step forward anyway. That's it. That's the whole thing. Just take the step and go forward. You'll find people by your side, making sure you don't fall, encouraging you, believing in you. I found that here at Woodbury. Thank you, and congratulations, graduates.
Well, we've almost completed our ceremony for today. I would like to take this opportunity again to thank the many family members and friends who are here today and supported our graduates in so many ways. Graduates, let's give them a round of applause. Let's applaud in appreciation of our faculty and staff for their continued and unwavering dedication to the academic mission of the institution. Graduates, I urge you to become ambassadors for our university and to spread the word of the great education you received here. And if you remember one thing I have said today, don't let your successes go to your head or your failures go to your heart. For final exit instructions, after your student president speaks and conducts the tassel turn for the class of 2026, our mace bearer will lead out the stage party. Graduates, please do not exit until the stage party and faculty have cleared the area. I now invite Phoebe Young, President of the Associated Students of Woodbury University, or ASWU as you know it, to the podium. Phoebe has the honor of conducting the tassel turn in 2026.
Good evening, everyone. Faculty, families, friends, and most importantly, the graduating class. Standing here today as your student body president is an incredible honor, but more than anything, it feels surreal. It doesn't feel that long ago when we were all just trying to figure out where our classes were, pretending we understood the syllabus and wondering if we really belonged here. And now, here we are, graduating. I've been thinking a lot about what defines our class. Not just what we've done, but how we've done it. And it's not just our achievements. It's our ability to adapt, to persist, to keep going even when things felt uncertain. Because if there's one thing we've all learned, it's that things rarely go as planned. Deadlines changed, plans fell apart, expectations shifted, and yet somehow we kept showing up for our work, for each other, and for ourselves. That's something worth recognizing. We often talk about success as a straight line, but I think we all know by now that it's anything but. It's messy, it's unpredictable, and sometimes it's frustrating. But it's also where growth happens. Some of us discovered new passions. Some of us changed directions entirely. Some of us struggled way more than we expected, and we made it through anyways. And that matters. Because what we're leaving with today isn't just a degree. It's resilience, it's perspective, it's the ability to navigate uncertainty and still move forward. And honestly, that might be the most valuable thing we've gained. But none of this happened on our own. To our teachers, thank you. Thank you for your patience, your guidance, and for pushing us further than we thought we can go. Thank you for challenging us, supporting us, and believing in us, even when we weren't always sure of ourselves. And to our families and loved ones, thank you for standing behind us every step of the way. But beyond all of that, what I'll remember most about this class is the people. The late nights working on projects, the last-minute study sessions, the moments of stress, laughter, and everything in between, the small conversations that have turned into lasting friendships. And that's not something you can measure on a transcript. As we step into whatever comes next, whether it's a new job, more school, or something we haven't even figured out yet, I think it's important to remember this. We don't need to have everything figured out right now. There's a lot of pressure to know exactly where we're going, but the truth is that most people don't, and that's okay. What matters is that we stay curious, that we stay open to change, and that we keep trying, even when things don't go the way we expected. Because if our time here has taught us anything, it's that we are more capable than we think we are. So as we move forward, I hope we carry with us the confidence to take risks, the resilience to handle setbacks, and the appreciation for the people who supported us along the way. Because this isn't just an ending, it's a beginning. A beginning filled with possibilities we can't fully see yet. And while that might feel uncertain, it's also incredibly exciting. So to the class of 2026, we made it. Not perfectly, not without challenges, but we made it. And now, together, we mark that moment. So graduates, on the count of 3, please join me in turning your tassels. Are y'all ready? All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Congratulations, class of 2026.
Commencement ceremonies have now concluded. Faculty, you may exit. Students, you may follow. Families and friends, please stay seated until you are dismissed. You may now join your student.
Oh, happy day.